studio. I love it. It is my favorite place. So I have a couple things that we're going to go over today, and one of those is a product review of my Geiger counter, which I absolutely love. I live in Utah, so a lot of our rocks that we collect have uranium and urinal in them. So I know I said that wrong, but I know what I meant. I hope you did too. So let's see. Uh, Welcome to my channel. My name is Kirsten Safford Art, and I do mostly Dremel lapidary. I teach beginners how to get started, and enjoy the lapidary hobby. So I do want to say that I picked this up. This is a Dippelux. It is a magnifier, and they told me that I could use it to look at rocks, and it does not work. So I do not recommend it, and a big thumbs down, 2 thumbs down, yuck. Waste of money, $100 down the drain. Just don't tell my husband. Uh, so I am in the middle of a sale right now over on Rock and Raccoon, Rock and Crystal Market. It is my big clearance sale. After this, I will not be selling in mass quantities anymore. I have a lot of 10-pound bags, 3-pound bags, slabs, cabs, all kinds of stuff just like that. And I know this winter, in September, I'll get back to selling, but as of right now, it's just too much with everything going on, since I'll be going back to school in the fall. And so, yeah, I got that going on. So let's see, who's here today? Well, if you're here, leave a comment below. Give me your favorite rock or crystal, and I'll pick one commenter at some point during the week, and they'll be the lucky winner. So if you're watching this on the replay, even if you're just here to see the Geiger counter, then you're also welcome to participate. I do have a subscriber only rock lapidary group. It's called Dremel Lapidary by Kirsten Safford Art, and it's just a community that we have grown to help everybody get started. So I'm a big believer in getting out and doing what you can with what you have and making do, and we do a lot of DIY. It's just part of what we do here with Kirsten Safford Art and Rock and Raccoon. I just want to give a shout out and a thank you to David Layton, who came to town this week. He is the owner of Rock Tumblers for Autism, which is a Facebook group and a 50c3 charity. So go over there and check them out. I'll leave that in the comments below. In fact, I could do that now. So the very next thing I'm going to get to is the Geiger review, and I'll unbox it. I have been using it, but I boxed it back up just like it would have come from the factory. So I'm just going to write down really quick, rock tumbler for autism. I'm an admin in that group. So if you can get out there, oh hi, glad to see ya. So if you can get over there and check out that group on Facebook, they are wonderful. They raise money and send out rock tumblers every month or every other month to kids with autism. So close to my heart. So this is the Geiger counter. It just comes in a little tiny box. There is a link for it in the description, so if you want to check that out. It comes with a charging cord, and the charging cord is really heavy duty, good quality, and it's got this end. So it's a little bit different. It looks like a printer plug-in kind of. Now I've used it for about 2 months now, and I've yet to charge the battery, so it works really, really well. And then it comes with your startup guide, which explains how to use it, and it has links if you want to get a hold of the company and the software, and it explains what all the buttons do, and it's actually all in English, which is very interesting. You don't usually see that anymore. The Geiger counter itself, let's see if I can show you guys this way. Okay, so it comes wrapped nicely. I didn't have any problems with it when it arrived. It does come with this card, so got the light reflecting on there, so it doesn't want to come into focus. So I'll just read. It says nuclear radiation safety guide, and it counts per minute, so CPM, and then it tells you what the ranges are. So 5 to 50 is a normal background radiation, no action needed. Your concrete or foundation, if you check that, it could be a little bit higher than that, but it's usually around 30. At least in our house, in the concrete that we have, everything is made relatively close to where you are. So if you have higher radiation levels in your area, then of course your concrete will have higher radiation levels. So then 51 to 99 is considered medium level, and you want to check the reading regularly. And over 100 is high level. Closely watch the reading and find out why. Over 1,000 is very high. Leave the area ASAP and find out why. And then over 2,000 is extremely high, and you want to evacuate immediately and report to government. Now, a lot of people get these and they just leave them on all the time to check background radiation. So this is what the unit looks like. It is just a square box. Okay. You have the plug-in on this side, and you could put headphones in there so you can walk and listen as you go. The actual tube is back here, right here on the bottom. So it does have an actual tube in it. And then, the batteries go in here, but it charges the batteries, so you don't have to replace them. And then to turn it on, you just hit the power button and hold it down. Okay, takes a second. If you let go too fast, then it just turns itself right back off again. So you can see that it's automatically reading what is right around me within probably a foot or so. I noticed that when I'm using it and I put it directly on one of my rocks, because that's the reason I got it, is to measure radiation levels in the rocks that I collect or have collected. So I will show you really quick. I'm actually going to set this down on the table here, and you'll be able to see. Let me just move my computer out of the way. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I want you to be able to see the number. Now, this is a piece of dinosaur bone that I bought from a friend. And dinosaur bone comes from southern Utah, Colorado area. And a lot of times it has high radiation levels. And this one actually has a seam of cake. I guess that's what they call it. That's what I've been told it's called. So you can see this is just a small hand size slab. Now I'm going to put this directly, I'm going to put the tube directly over the yellow seam. That's where it's reading. And you'll see the numbers are just going to go. You can hear it clicking, and I like having that audible click. So anytime you hear it click, click, click really fast like that, you know it's going to be a high level. So I'll just give this just a minute. And it's going to go up and up and up. And then once it hits 100, it'll start beeping. Okay, so that's going to give you some information there. Once it gets to its highest level, hi Heather, glad to have you here with us. Once it gets to the peak level, it will bounce around a little bit, about between 10 and 15 CPMs. See how fast it went from 0 to nearly, what, almost 200? So it's going to bounce around a little bit now. It'll probably stop. I've had it read on this bone at 200. So, but I just wanted you to see how it worked. Now I'm going to take something that I know has very, very, very high content of radiation, and that is petrified wood. So I took the slab away, and it's just going to start going back down now. It'll go all the way back down to about 20. But I'm not going to let it. I'm just going to put this on top here. So this is a piece of petrified wood from southern Utah. Now the whole thing is fine on the inside, but what it is on the outside, you can see that yellow dust, that yellow caking, that's kind of a powdery coating. You would not want to lick this, and I'm going to show you why right now. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this right here so you guys can see. Do you hear it? Oh, it's on fire. It's going to just go up super fast. Look, it's already at 300. Do you see how fast it went up to 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. Remember, 1,000 is dangerous, right? Super dangerous. We need to figure out why and evacuate the area. We're over 1,000 now. 1,100. 1,200. 1,300. So this stone here, I never would have imagined before getting this that it would have had any radioactive material on it at all. You just don't think about that when you're out collecting rocks, right? Well, it just so happened I was playing with this and checking out all my rocks, and this one is definitely my highest. This, then I take it away and it starts coming down right away. See how far away we are? Not that far, only about 5-6 inches. Okay, so it's not a direct threat. It's not in the air. It's not something I have to worry about. But I wouldn't want to lick it. So what do you guys think? For me, this is a definite. I would buy again. I would buy 10 times again. It's just a fun thing. You can take it out hiking with you. You can put it in your car, so when you're driving through towns, you know, you can be aware of what's in the air around you. It's very accurate, and I haven't had any kinds of issues with it. And it's really cool because you can upload all the information here and print it out. And there is a website made specifically for this brand, so you can go ahead and check it out. And oh, it's $1,300. Look at that, it's still going up. I must have it on a sweet spot. $1,400 and climbing still. I wonder what do you think it's going to top out at, you guys? Anyways, highly recommended, and it's available in my description, so you can go a direct link right there. Check it out. Do you guys think that you have any rocks in your collections that could have high radiation levels? Oh, 1,500. What was it, 2,000? We're supposed to evacuate the area. It's almost to that extreme danger zone. I think it's gonna settle down pretty quick here. I don't think I've ever seen a reading this high. Yeah, I think that's about where it's gonna sit. 1560, around there. So pretty cool, guys. So what do you think? Is that something that you'd be interested in getting? I'm going to show you that. It's kind of hard to see on this camera, but it's just a very light yellow dust and a yellow dust there. And that's the only spots on the whole stone that read like that. If I were to just set it on the top, if I were to just set it right on the top, it probably wouldn't even read like that. It might read a little high, but nothing that high. See how it's not hardly reading anything at all. So it's that direct contact. Pretty interesting, right? I love this thing. So interesting to me. I always have it back there so I can play with all my new rocks. So, question time. Do you guys have questions for me? Anything about lapidary, rocks, anything like that? I'm super happy and available to help. If not, we'll cut this video short, so that way people who are watching this, who are just here for the Geiger Counter review, aren't bored to tears with our lapidary questions. All right. So this week I am working on writing a new book. I have two books published currently, and they're in the description below. They're all rock related. The two new books that I have coming out, one is a rock hounding journal and one is a rock tumbling journal. So a place to keep track of the places that you go and the rocks you collect, and then also the recipes you use for tumbling and how your rocks turn out. As soon as those are available, I will update the description of the video and add those in. And if you can head over to Facebook to Rock and Raccoon Rock and Crystal Market, you can get some really good rocks. I'll take you out to the shop just to show you really fast what all I have, so you guys know what you're missing out on. If I can get the phone out of here. Ooh. There we go. All right, let's turn you around. I'm gonna go out the big door. Oh, I didn't show you. One thing you can do with the Geiger counter is if you have Vaseline glass, it will read that as well, which is super duper awesome. And I was told I move too quickly when I am filming, so I will try to walk a little bit slower and not move the camera as much. I do have a new camera coming in the mail soon, so this week we will have a little bit better quality on our videos. So these are just slabs and buttons and chunks. And then I have some cabochon, some botryoidal hematite. That's one of my favorite rocks of all time. That moonstone is just gorgeous, right? Labradorite there. And then I have bunches of rough, and it's all bagged up. But you can check that out if you go to Rock and Raccoon Rock and Crystal Market on Facebook. And then I guess that'll be all for today, unless you guys had any questions. Don't forget that at the middle of the week sometime, I will be going through and picking a winner. So
Thank you guys so much. Have a super awesome weekend, and I'll see you again next Thursday.
have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.